So an incredible year for you personally last year, man. I mean, burst onto the scene, leading the nation in sacks first half of the year. You know, what do you say, top 3 all-time single season for San Diego State? So, man, I mean, congratulations on a crazy year.
Yeah,
it had to be.
that.
So what's the encore this year? Like, how do you feel that pressure, or is it more like, let's go out and have some more fun?
Yeah, nah, football's fun, man. I feel no pressure at all. I'm just excited. I just want to win. So I don't care about any of that stats. Like this year, I told myself I'm not going in there with a number in mind that I want to get to, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know that that could be really, like, mentally draining for me if I try to keep on thinking about that number. Oh, I got to get this. Like, I just want to play. And I feel like that's when I'm at my best, is when I'm just playing and just flowing, just going with the flow of the game, and just making the plays that come to me. And I know I'm probably going to get double teamed to get them out this year. So my goal is just to help my teammates out, and if I'm getting double teamed, that leaves them with the one-on-one. So if they can go over there and make a play, then I'll be extremely happy, you know. But yeah, that's my goal, is just to be that leader on the field and, you know, just set my teammates up and put them in great positions to make some plays.
Number 2, San Diego kid, South Bay kid, Chula Vista, East Lake High, all that. He decided to come back, and we're very, very happy that he did. Well, anyways, we are talking about Trey White. Number 2 now this year for the Aztecs. Of course, last year finished with the 3rd best single season in Aztec history for sacks. I want to say 12.5 he had by the midway point of the season. I mean, it looked like he was leading the nation in sacks. And we get into it, right? We get into a bit of that conversation and what he's looking forward to this year coming up, the changes, everything about the coaching to the players, to him personally and all that good stuff. So I believe he's a junior, still just a junior this year. And he's a leader of this defense. But I would probably say like the foundation part of this defense, what's a word you would use to describe Trey White on this defense?
I would say he's a player that other teams, you know, devise their game plan around.
Mm-hmm. Play disruptor, sack master. I don't know. We didn't ask him any kind of nicknames, but hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Trey White.
This episode is brought to you by sonsofmontezuma.com. Keep up to date with all the latest Aztecs news and podcasts, and right now you can save 15% off in our online shop. Check out the most unique Aztecs-inspired merch, from tees, hoodies, and hats to shoes, our NIL shop, and even drinkware. Just use the promo code MONTY, MONTY, at checkout. Only at sonsofmontezuma.com.
4-down territory heading to the end here for Hawaii. Plus territory, 2nd down. Not if that happens, a big sack. Trey White, when the stakes are the highest. 2nd down and 10. Pocket collapses, and down goes Sager. Trey White.
Came into the game talking about Trey White leading the Mountain West in sacks this season with 6.
What was the hardest thing on that Navy SEAL training? Because I saw that. Yeah. I mean, that makes for great video content and all that stuff. But I know there was probably a lot more seriousness to it than what we all got to see.
So, like, we had to hold it was like a 4x4 log that was taped. And you couldn't let go the whole time. So anytime you're doing any workout, like if you're doing push-ups, you have to hold on to it. Sit-ups, you have to hold on to it. And then, like, we had to run like super far in the beginning with it, like everybody's holding it, so that was probably a really hard part. And then there's like this incline little hill in the sand, and everybody's holding the log. You have to like scoot up, like it was weird, but that was probably another hard part.
Is this like a real Navy SEAL like leading you guys?
No, it's just our coach making all that stuff up. But,
Is that the strength coach? Is that the guy who yells all the time? He's like real vocal.
Coach Sobel, love Coach Sobel. Great dude, always gets us right, and one of my favorite coaches.
We got to do that. Sons of Monty team, podcast team. We need to train together like this.
No, man.
Get
we do, man. Yeah, less breakfast burritos and more Navy SEALs training.
Dude.
Get in shape for the season.
I'm getting ready for the season. I went through I'm going through a whole like diet cleanse, like sober, everything. Like getting ready for everything.
Yes, sir. Got to.
Those tailgates.
Oh yeah,
they're brutal. Yeah, they take a lot out of you.
Oh yeah.
How's your dad doing? He's doing? Good, we mix it up every once in a while.
Yeah, he's doing good. Same old. He's a big fan of SDSU. Always keeping up with it and stuff like that. So I just try to share as much as I can with him with what's going on. He's always asking. So very, very big part of my life. So.
Well, we are talking to Trey White, defensive edge of the Aztecs, preseason Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year. Of course, preseason.
Yeah.
Seasons are long, but they're also short.
Right.
12 games, they go by quick.
Yeah.
Maybe not when you're playing, but I can imagine, every week is just like the routine. You get into film study, practice, and then before you know it, it's
just like that. The season goes by really fast when you're really in the thick of it. I feel like the first couple of games kind of drag out just because you're getting used to it, but once those couple of games go by, the rest of the season flies by. So you just got to stay in the moment, take it all in.
Was SDSU your dream school growing up? Is that the school that you wanted to go to?
I say it was one of them for sure. I grew up going to the games at Qualcomm and stuff like that, so definitely had that there. But I really wanted to go to the Pac-12, like a USC, UCLA type of school, kind of stay close to home, but bigger school. But
we'll edit that out.
Yeah, nah.
I'm messing.
I'm just being honest.
Absolutely. How could you not? I mean, SC, like, exactly. I've never been to a SC game, but I want to go to one.
Right.
Just to check it out.
Exactly. At the Coliseum, too. The history there. But no, SDSU was definitely one of my top schools that I always wanted to go to. So, it's blessed to be here.
We did beat UCLA at the Rose Bowl 2019.
Man, that was beautiful.
That was fun.
That was beautiful.
That was a great game, yeah.
Haven't played SC in a long time.
Yes, they won't play
I don't know if that ever will happen anytime soon, but
I'm not sure.
That would be fun, man. That would be fun.
That would be a great game.
I remember one of my earliest Aztec games was playing USC.
Really?
92.
So Marshall
I was a
Falk?
little kid. Marshall Falk went nuts.
He went crazy, man.
Like, I mean, reversing the field, running around the defense, just outlasting everybody. And, I mean, USC wasn't like national championship level USC, but they had some players. Like Willie McGinnis was on that team. Yeah. Curtis Conway, like a bunch of players. And, man, Qualcomm was packed. Yeah. It was a hot day. And you get up for those games, Everybody comes out. Yeah. It's just... What's the game you're looking forward to this season at home?
At home, definitely Boise State, I would say. That's a big game. Always a good game between us. Good rivalry going. But yeah, can't wait for that one.
It's a lot of San Diego boys on that team.
Yeah.
Did you play against those guys?
Get them out. Couple of them. I know Jaden Virgin. He's a edge as well. Yeah. A couple other guys I know of, but don't really speak too much to him. But we got a good little rivalry going on there, so I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah. Huh. So an incredible year for you personally last year, man. I mean, you read all the clippings, which I don't know you do or not, but burst onto the scene, leading the nation in sacks first half of the year, and then what do you say? Top 3 all-time single season for San Diego State, and amongst some really big names, defensive names, and sacks. So, man, I mean, congratulations on a crazy year.
Yeah,
it had to be.
Had
to be.
Thank you.
So, what's the encore this year? Like, how do you feel that pressure, or is it more like let's go out and have some more fun.
Yeah, football's fun, man. I feel no pressure at all. I'm just excited. I just want to win. So I don't care about any of that stats. Like this year, I told myself I'm not going in there with a number in mind that I want to get to,
Yeah.
Because I know that that could be really like mentally draining for me if I try to keep on thinking about that number. Oh, I got to get this. Like, I just want to play. And I feel like that's when I'm at my best, is when I'm just playing and just flowing, just going with the flow of the game, and just making the plays that come to me. And I know I'm probably going to get double teamed to get them out this year. So my goal is just to help my teammates out. And if I'm getting double teamed, that leaves them with the one-on-one. So if they can go over there and make a play, then I'll be extremely happy, But yeah, that's my goal, is just to be that leader on the field and, just set my teammates up and put them in great positions to make some plays.
Yeah, you're going to be a big part of opponent's game plan.
Yeah.
Last year was tough. I mean, you exploded on the first 6 games, and then I looked at the second half of the schedule, and I was like, man, it's. And I might have mentioned it to your dad as well when we were talking. I was like, a lot of those teams, they're like a lot of ball control teams. Second half, they're just going to pound the rock. Right. They're just going to run. It's going to be tough to replicate that first half in the second half. I hope people don't get the wrong, idea. Like, oh, what happened? It's like, no, man, like dominating out there.
Right. Yeah, it's different because people, they don't really know, like, football game plan, like all the outside fans and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't really know, like, football game plans and stuff like that and how that works. Like, they think you can consistently do that every single game. And it's hard when, like, you go from a guy that nobody knows to a guy that people are paying attention to now, So it was definitely, I'm not going to lie, it was really challenging when I was going through that kind of drought, because all that hype and stuff like that.
Sure.
But then you just got to come back and ground yourself and just realize that you're still playing good ball. A sack, or like if you don't get a sack during the game, but you're still playing good ball, then it's all good. Like, everything's not about sacks,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, just that pressure. I mean, we had a really good pass defense last year. I mean, that was probably our strength on defense, and definitely getting that pressure on the quarterback, whether it's from you or other guys on the line or one of our linebackers blitzing, and then the back end, those guys holding up on their end. I mean, it just all work really well, and so hopefully we'll continue to have an elite, pass defense this year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's not going to drop off. We got all of our DBs returning. Chris Johnson, Bryce Phillips at corner, got Dale, and Deshaun McEwen at safety with EB playing that nickel position. So the sky's the limit for this defense, man. I'm so excited. I love playing with these guys. Like, during the spring, we were first time running our new defense, and man, it's going to be special this year. It's going to be real special.
I'm glad you said how fun it is, because like, it's been really fun for us to watch this defense go out. I remember we made the road trip to the Wyoming game.
Yeah.
So I was out. That was such a fun game, back and forth. Awesome. And the way that it ended, you guys were just getting after the quarterback.
Right,
and,
exactly. Ended on a sack.
You could just see the fun.
Yeah.
Of course, it's fun in those moments when you're winning.
Right, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
One of my questions for you specifically, I wanted to ask, just because, obviously being a leader of the defense, like, when it comes to winning and losing, is it easier to get down on yourself or the team after a loss, or is it easier to get too high on yourself after a win?
I feel like it's easier to get too high on a win, just because losing, nobody likes losing. So it's like, it's you're just gonna get down no matter what. But to stay kind of level when you win, I feel like that's like a big thing that I want us to achieve this year, is just not to get complacent when we win, because it's gonna happen. And I just want us to stay like even keeled throughout the whole season. Like, we win a game, celebrate, back to work on Sunday. I just want us to be like that. And you see a lot of teams, they'll win and then they'll get too high, and then the next game they'll come out trash. So I don't want that to be us. But yeah.
I wanted to ask you that because I listen to a lot of podcasts, right? And I was hearing Shaq on the Pivot podcast, and he was talking about how, he was raised by a drill sergeant, and he's so thankful for that, right? Just hammering that into his psyche, his mentality. So he was like, I don't have emotions. He's like, I don't have emotions. We do something good, okay, on to the next one. But, it made me want to ask the question, because, like, these college years, you never get back.
Right.
And playing football, like, what's like the right? How do you determine what's the right level of celebrating a win? You know what I mean? Like, do you just on to the next, but then you don't really appreciate the moment of the experience? So like, what is celebrating to you like kind of look like?
I feel like you just got to have like the main goal in mind, and our main goal is to win that championship. So until we do that, that's when I'll celebrate, when we win that championship. But until then, obviously celebrate after the game, club dub, throw water in the locker room, whatever, celebrate. Then we just back to work on Sunday, and then watching film, correcting our mistakes, and then back to practice on Tuesday, and just do that every single week, and just have that like mindset of just attacking each team each week, with the same mindset, not underlooking any team, because any team any given Saturday, can come out and just win the game, so you just got to take every team seriously, and if you get too high, then your mind will just be all over the place. You won't really be locked in. So you just got to be locked in after all the wins.
Do you begin to like fall in love with that process each week? Like look forward to game planning, scheming for the next team, or is it you just can't wait for that game?
Well, yeah, I love games, so I be itching to play the games, but it's a part of the process to watch film and game plan, see what players that we're looking for, see the O-line's tendencies, how they block, and like what formations they're in, mostly what they run out of those formations. That's all a part of the game, and that's only going to prepare you to have a better game, so you know what they're going to run and kind of expect what they're going to run. So you gotta, that's a part of it. So I gotta kind of hold myself back from getting like too hyped up. Just gotta just really study the team that you're playing, so you can have a great game.
All right, Trey White, let's talk about start, benching, or cutting. Well, we can give you some of the same ones. We can give you some of the same ones as Tano. Start, bench, or cut new Pac-12 teams, or Pac-12 teams in general. Texas State, UNLV, or Fresno.
I'm going to start the team up north just because I want to play them as many times as I can through that rivalry.
Gotta get that oil can.
Yeah, got to. Bench Texas State just because they're new and never really experienced playing them, so that'd be cool. And then cut UNLV because nothing more needs to be said.
They're not joining us. They're not joining us in the Pac-12 fiend.
For now, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how much money they get.
Yeah.
Is that a topic of conversation with you guys, like about the teams and the new Pac-12 and just how things are shaping up, or is that kind of like?
Let's see, it's whatever. To be honest,
yeah. Let the fans talk about it.
Let the fans do that. They love that stuff. So, we'll just be prepared to play whoever's on our schedule.
Speaking about Fresno State, I mean, how disappointing was it last year? You guys didn't get a chance to play them. I mean, how did they not wind up on our schedule?
I don't know how you can have a rivalry and not play them every year.
Right.
Definitely would have loved to play them, but it is what it is. Can't wait to play them this year, though.
But we still have the oil can.
Still got it.
It's in our locker room. See it every day.
Yes, sir.
Oil can. Oil can.
Yeah.
All right, Trey White. Mr. Trey White from East Lake High, Chula Vista kid. I asked Tano the same question, like not what age that you started playing football, but what age did you fall in love with football?
That's a good question. Honestly, when I was really young, probably like 8 years old, honestly not even playing tackle, playing flag football. And that was just super fun, just being out there. I was playing receiver at that time, so I was playing offense. So that was really fun to get the ball and make some plays. And then I was really just itching to play tackle football, but my mom wouldn't let me. So once I really played tackle football, like that age from like 8 to 9, that's when I really fell in love with the game. I was like, okay, you start making plays on the field, you're like, okay, I can do this, and you get that confidence up, and that's what really makes you really fall in love with the game.
So playing defense, you got to have a love for hitting. Right. So when did that transition happen to go from a receiver to playing on defense? I think you were a linebacker in high school, right? And then moved down to the edge, and when you got to college. But When did you make that transition from offense to defense?
Yeah, so I played offense and defense pretty much all my youth football career. So I played running back and I played safety. And then in high school, my freshman year, I played running back and then linebacker. And that's when I really had to choose if I wanted to get hit or if I wanted to do the hitting. And I chose to do the hitting. So
you're good at it too.
Yeah. So I think I made the right choice. I feel like defense is just fun, just the mentality that we got out there, just trying to be dogs out there, make some plays. So that part's fun.
Talking about being slept on. I mean, you didn't have a lot of offers coming out of college or high school,
right.
Big time offers.
Yeah.
I think you had Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
But Northern Arizona, NAU, a couple other smaller schools, some Ivy League, I think, schools too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and you weren't a really high-rated recruit.
Right.
How much did that motivate you as a player? Not being offered by the schools that you want to play at, like a USC or. How much did that motivate you as a player?
Yeah, that was huge. I definitely felt like I was under-recruited for sure. And but I was just telling myself all I needed was opportunity. So whether that was just because Cal Poly was my first offer, so I was extremely grateful for that. So all I really needed was opportunity, and I got that with SDSU.
We signed you late, right?
Yeah, it was super late. But yeah, crazy.
Glad we got you.
Yeah, crazy way how that happened. I was on my unofficial visit, and I thought they were going to offer me. And went home. They didn't offer me after that day, and I guess one of my coaches had hit the coach up, and you're asking why they didn't offer me, and they didn't really have a reason, so they ended up offering me, and then ended up committing, and later on, and the rest is history. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And your recruiting class, so 2022. Are there 8 guys still on the team from your?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is Josh Hunter? Is he still on the team?
Back. Yeah,
he's back. Okay, so he was in the portal.
Yeah,
and
he was in the portal.
He came back. You got
NAU, and he came back.
Okay, you got Max Garrison.
I did not know that. I didn't know Josh Hunter was back.
Oh, he's on the roster.
That's huge.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's huge for us. And then we got Ryan Henderson still.
Yeah.
Max Garrison.
Kyle Crum.
Chris Johnson. Eric Butler.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very uncommon for this type of, this time
nowadays.
With NIL and everything. And not only that, but then having the coaching changes, not only the head coach change, but then losing your DC and all those guys on defense. We talked to Tano about how they promoted from within, and that helps kind of retain some of the players. But talk a little bit about that recruiting class. What made you guys all stay together and to go through these ups and downs with SDSU and remain an Aztec?
Yeah, so we are all on the same official visit besides Josh Hunter, because he was playing for Mater Dei, so they were playing championships at that time. So, but all the rest of us were all on the same official visit, so I feel like we really got close over that time, especially me and Chris Johnson. We're roommates now. And I feel like once that new coaching change happened, I feel like we kind of leaned on each other because we came in with each other, and we're just kind of communicating with each other, what was going on, if anything happened, what we're thinking. If you do this, then I might do this. But I feel like once we agreed to all stay, then we all agreed to lock in and all stay. So I feel like that was huge. Just all of us coming in together, we kind of stayed together and decided to do this thing again.
Yeah. Obviously, playing for your hometown school with your guys that you've known for so long is very important to you.
Right.
How much of a part did you play in recruiting some of the guys coming back from other schools? Like a Josiah Cox or Christian Washington or different local guys because there's quite a few local guys that are coming back this year.
Yeah, I think they see the success that you can have at SDSU, and it's hard to leave this place, but when you do, you kind of miss it. So I feel like it just goes without being said. I didn't feel like I had to do too much to get them back here, just let the coaches do the recruiting and just kind of let our work speak for itself. But I feel like how can you not love San Diego? Like, you want to come back here, you want to represent your hometown. I feel like that's just like a no-brainer decision. So I feel like that's why it was pretty easy for those guys to make that decision with like Christian Washington, Josiah Cox, Byron Cardwell, those type of guys. Like, I'm excited to see what those guys can do for us this year.
I can see why players would want to leave, having been here their whole life, and then check something else out. But you always want to,
it might not pan out, then you come back here to your hometown and you could get a chance to represent them, and you can't beat that.
We see that a lot with like the basketball players. When they leave, they go, and the pros or whatever, they're working out here in the summer. I mean, they
coming back. Yeah.
Always loves San Diego. Exactly. So. What's your relationship with the basketball team? I know Miles Bird. He had some really good things to say about the football team and how excited he was. Do you guys have like a pretty close relationship with them?
Miles Bird's my guy. We keep in touch a lot, see him a lot. So I'm cool with a couple of guys on the basketball team, but the basketball team and the football team are super close. I feel like, and they go to our games, we go to their games, support each other. So we got a good relationship going on there.
It's always cool having the offices. I know they make a big deal about that. Like everything's close in proximity, so everybody gets to. Nobody's isolated too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody's
on campus.
Each other. You'll see basketball players in the training room right there. Everybody's in the training room, and then they're at the jam center right there, which is right across from our facility. You'll see them walking past each other, say what's up. So we're never like isolated from each other. It's always cool to just be around other athletes and stuff like that. Kind of create that relationships and support each other on and off the court.
Success breeds success.
Exactly. So it kind of rubs off on each other.
Yeah, that's dope. Because even in tough times, when if there's struggles, like everybody's feeling it. Everybody's brushing shoulders and picking each other up. 100%. I can imagine.
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be that way, especially being at the same school. You want to see your basketball team do good, and the basketball team wants to see the football team do good. And it just brings the school up like holistically.
Where were you when Lamont Butler hit the buzzer beater? Do you remember?
Yeah, I was at home with my dad. I actually have a crazy video of our reaction to the buzzer beater. I can show you guys whenever. But yeah, we were just in shock. My dad was running around the house saying the Butler did it. So that was a cool moment to see. I was in shock too, and then I saw all the videos of the people on campus kind of like get in the middle of the road, and that was crazy. I've never seen anything like that. So it was just cool. That moment was really cool for SDSU.
The students trying to get in for the championship game. You see that where they're scaling?
I remember they were jumping over the fence. I went to that. They're screening it in Viejas, so I went there watching it, and I was lucky enough to get in. I'd have to jump the fence, but there are a lot of people. They closed the door on them because of the capacity and stuff, and there are people just jumping over the fence. And at that point, they couldn't stop it. There was too many people jumping the fence. So at that point, they were just like, just let me in.
Can you imagine going and seeing this dude jump, crawling over? Trey, what are you doing?
I know, right?
No, he's got like students like that stepping up on his shoulders and like getting over
the fence. Yeah, right, You can't be doing all that.
Oh, I love it. That moment, that buzzer beater, is incredible. Yeah, I love it for everybody, for the whole school, the city. I mean, everybody has so much joy off of that moment.
That was huge for us.
The moment that I can equate with football, having a similar moment, was beating Stanford. What was that, 2017?
Yeah.
And everybody rushed the field at Qualcomm.
Wow.
I mean, it was last second heroics.
The lights went out.
Went out.
Yeah.
Wow. Old stadium, everything went out. It was a blackout. And it just added so much to the drama.
Right.
Like, never beaten Stanford at home, I don't think, or, top caliber team as that. And then everybody just literally rushed the field.
Like jumped down.
That kid broke their ankle.
Oh, really? Wow.
We got to get him on the pod. I don't remember who he is.
Yeah, no.
Literally jumped down and broke his ankle.
Where is he now?
Yeah.
What do we got to do to get back to that type of intensity, passion, to where the fans are feeling that connectedness to the team? I don't know.
College football playoff?
College football playoff?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you just got to win, to be honest. Obviously, the product on the field hasn't been what we wanted to the past couple of years, but I'm really confident in this team. There's something special about this team, and it just being at media day in Vegas kind of just made me laugh a little bit. We were ranked finished 8th in the Mountain West, and we're definitely slept on, but I like it that way. People aren't going to be expecting too much from us, but we expect a lot of ourselves this year. So I can't wait to see the product that we put on the field, and we've been putting in the work for this year, creating that bond, even like outside of football too. We'll be hanging out, having barbecues. I've never done that here. Since I've been here, we never just hung out like outside of football, just having barbecues. We've done that multiple times already. So just like the camaraderie and the chemistry that we have with this team is beyond what it's been since I've been here and what I've seen. So the team has a chance to do some special things this year, and just got to stay tuned.
I think a lot of people are comparing like this year's team to last year's team in the record, and the record's kind of deceiving, right? Because of how close a lot of those games were that we just lost, like at Central Michigan. We should have won that game, and like
State,
I mean, we could have had easily 6 wins.
Oh, for sure, we're 9 points away from 6 wins. That's what we talked about all offseason, 9 points away. So, that was always in the back of our mind. That kind of was pushing us as well. But yeah, we're just ready to get back to what SDSU is used to, and that's that standard that has always been here. That winning standard, 10-plus wins, championship. That's what we want here. Yeah,
you guys are, if you can go on the road and obviously, beat the crap out of Stony Brook at home, go on the road, get up, what would be an upset win over Washington State,
yes,
and then come home, play Cal, and if we get a win,
once we
they're 3-0.
3-0, we rolling the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Get that momentum going.
That's what happened in 2017.
Right.
When we had, Qualcomm, we were talking about it outside, 40,000 people there. 50,000, almost 50,000 for Boise or Fresno State game. I mean, it was just packed with people, and there was so much excitement. We can get back to that. We've seen it. It's just a matter of winning and creating that excitement.
Exactly. You just got to win. That's really all it comes down to.
Well, the defense was dominant back in those years, and you had Rashad Penny.
Yeah, that helps.
Just an amazing running back who could run over you, through you, around you. I mean, he was incredible.
Yeah.
This year, okay, we hear about Lucky Sutton and a couple other running backs, right? So I think that kind of there's some excitement there to see what are we going to see, I mean, locally we've seen him.
Right.
We know, but on that next stage, that next level, I think there's a lot of curiosity there.
Yeah, I'm excited for that group right there. Lucky's shown flashes in the games that he's gotten the opportunities, but he's never really gotten a full opportunity to showcase his abilities. And man, he had a great spring, so Lucky's gonna have a great year.
Another guy that could have easily transferred.
Oh yeah.
Was he a junior now?
Yeah, Lucky was another one of those guys that came in with us in our class. So he's been here the whole time. So.
Yeah, glad to have you guys around.
Yeah.
That patience.
Yeah.
Quiz question: do you know why they call a quarterback a quarterback?
I've never heard this.
You've gotten after many of them. You've sacked many of them. It's based on the positioning, right? So you got a halfback, and then you got a fullback. So the position in between is the quarterback. Kind of like hamburgers, right? You got a half pound burger, you got a quarter pounder with cheese. So it's like the little distance, quarter, half, fullback. So, talk to us about our quarterbacks a little bit.
Yeah.
So the running backs, okay. Quarterbacks, we got 2 new ones coming in. Jaden Denigal, and of course Bert Emanuel Jr.
Yes, sir.
And of course Kyle Crum is there as well. He's going to compete. I want to see him compete. But tell us a little bit about that mix, that dynamic, that quarterback battle, as much as you can. I know no games yet.
For sure. Both of them are already great leaders. They just both have different skill sets that can help us win, which is going to help us a lot. Bert is that athletic guy that you need. He he's probably one of the fastest skilled guys that we have on our team, most agile guy too. And, Jaden is a really good leader as well, throws that ball. Like, I haven't seen anybody throw that ball at SDSU like that in a while. So they both bring different skill sets, and I feel like they both can help us win this year, and that's why I have so much hope and excitement for this year, just because of those two guys right there. So that is what brings me a lot of hope, because I feel like we've had quarterback struggles in the past, recently since I've been here, and I feel like we finally figured that out with these two guys. So that's why I'm really excited this year. And both of those guys are really under the radar as well. No one's expecting anything about them or from them, this year. So, I'm excited to see what they can do this year. They've already shown they can help us win during spring ball, so it's been good to compete against those guys and, show them some good looks.
Was there any one side of the ball during spring ball that got the better of each other?
I'm always rock with my defense, I'm always rock with the defense. So I would say our defense for sure, but leave it up to the offense. The offense might say they got us during the spring, but, it was definitely some good battles each practice, getting each other better. Our offense doing tempo, which almost seems illegal at sometimes in practice, but, helps us condition and gets us better and gets us ready for when we play tempo during the real games. So.
Okay, compared to last year, I mean, obviously you got a true freshman in there with Danny O'Neal.
Yep.
Since moved on to Wisconsin. Like, what is that biggest difference? And, not to throw shade or anything like that. I think Danny did a fantastic job with the situation and being played that early. But what do you think already is like a difference that you notice? Is it just that leadership aspect? Is it something else?
I think
no mullet.
Yeah, I think it's
no mullet. Wow.
Too. But Danny's a great guy. Love Danny to death. Hopefully he does well at Wisconsin. But yeah, I think that leadership was a big part of it. And I think that confidence thing too. I think Jaden being a part of Michigan, that championship team really helped his confidence as well, and bringing that leadership from there to here, as well as Bert being a great leader already. And these two guys are great leaders, and I feel like it's hard to be a leader when you're that young. You've not only just because you haven't played very many reps or snaps in the game, but just you might not feel like you have earned that respect from your teammates yet. And I feel like being a leader, having a quarterback as a leader is very important to your team. Like, you want your offense to really like follow your commands. You're the leader of that whole offense. You're calling the whole offense, and you're a big part of that offense. So we got to have a leader at that position. So I feel like that's definitely one of the biggest differences, I would say, is leadership and confidence.
It's such an unfair position to put Danny in, as a true freshman.
Sure. Yeah.
Obviously he had all the talent in the world, and he was
unfair.
This guy.
Unfair.
But I'm just saying that's
hey man, you're out there. You're out there.
But you're a true freshman though, and that's a big
was he going to turn it down?
Yeah.
He's not going to turn it down. But I mean, there's so much expectation as a true freshman. It's very hard to succeed in that situation. I think that Bert Emanuel Jr., and Jane Nenegal are in a little better situations, having played some college football, having a couple of seasons under their belt.
Right.
Obviously they're still new to our program, and they're learning, the terminology, just like Danny had to. But they also had the advantage of having some experience on the team.
Huge. I feel like that's big. Experience is huge, for sure.
So that's the only point I was making with that. And getting back to mullets, you guys got anyone with a mullet on your team? Because I bought this fake mullet that I wore for Danny O'Neal last year. Yeah, I wore it to every game. So I want to bring it back, but
don't grow the mullet, Trey. Don't grow them.
I don't know if there's anyone.
I don't know if I can do that.
Who's got a mullet? Someone's got to have a mullet on the team.
Do you have anybody with a mullet?
The coaches? Coaches have a mullet?
He's the closest guy that has a mullet. He's getting there. I think Coach Lindley has a mullet.
He does. He
has
does.
A mullet.
Coach Lindley, he came by Swish League the other week. That was cool.
Oh, really?
That was cool, man.
Yeah,
all the Aztecs were out there playing.
I'll have to bring the mullet back for Coach Lindley now.
Yeah, he rocks it really well. But other than that, Not really many people on the team I can think of have a mullet. Maybe Kyle Crum, if I remember right. Have a mullet.
He looks like he could rock the mullet.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah,
He
he
definitely
could pull that off.
Cash and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you need to get him some of those like 80 shades, you know, and
Got to get him out there. Yeah, get him out there. All right, couple quick questions before we wrap things. Trey, what's the best part of being a college football player at San Diego State? What's the best thing?
I think it's just the impact that you can have on the community. You know, I've done a couple football camps. I went to the Justin Jefferson camp they did at University City, and the Tony Jefferson camp that they actually did back at Eastlake. And just the impact that you can have on the community, I feel like you don't really realize it until you're really in the thick of it. Like when you're there and the kids want your autograph and stuff like that. It's like, what did I do to deserve to autograph your shirt? You know. So I feel like really like coming to that understanding and realizing the impact that you have, and just trying to help the community out in any way, like just our younger generation, just build them up as much as you can. So I feel like that's the best part, is just giving back to the community. That's my favorite part. I love doing that.
You guys do a lot of community service?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So they give us a lot of opportunities to do that. And, you know, me and Tano actually went to our old elementary school like 6 months ago or something like that. And
Which school? Which school is that?
Casillas Elementary. So I went there for a couple of years, but he went there his whole elementary school, and then I ended up leaving. But yeah, that's where it pretty much started, and we had a lot of great teachers that remembered us and wanted to bring us back and talk to the kids, and they knew who we were. So that was really like crazy to see. And then going out to, you know, the field where we used to play recess and stuff like that, which is really cool to see. Just thinking about all those memories that we had there, it was cool. So yeah, just giving back to the community is really humbling for sure.
What is the most challenging part about being a college football player at State? Or in general?
Yeah, I'll probably just say like the unrealistic expectations that people have around you that don't really know too much about like what really goes on. You know, they just see everything from the outside looking in, but they're not really in the thick of it, in the mix. But you just got to learn how to tune all that stuff out, you know. So
don't read the comments.
Yeah, just don't read the comments. Don't reply to them. You know, don't give that fire any fuel. You know, so
yeah, there's a lot of negativity out there on social media.
So it's hard to escape it. You know, you read it, but you know, you just got to decide if you want to let that affect you. And you know, I'm not the type of guy that
especially after a loss, you know, that's the hardest.
Yeah,
is when you've
you
got
know,
a
it's
loss.
just to be expected, but they're not the ones on that field, you know, fighting their butts off. You know, feels like the next day feels like we just got in a car accident every game, you know. So they don't realize what we put our bodies through and what we do in the off season. They just see the product on the field on Saturdays. That's all they see. They don't see the work that we've been putting in. So that connection right there is a little challenging, but you know, it's a part of it. So you got to embrace it.
It is a lot of sacrifice to do what you guys are doing. What is one thing that maybe you're sacrificing this off season or this season? Mm-hmm. You know, they talk about blood in, blood out, and everything. Your brotherhood, Aztec brotherhood, all that stuff. But like, you got to sacrifice something to get something. I mean, what is maybe something that people overshadow?
Yeah, I think that's just being comfortable. You know, when we do all these hard workouts like these stadiums and the beach workouts, and you just got to sacrifice your comfortability to prepare yourself for the season. Like, you got to push yourself during the workouts, or else they mean nothing. You know, so if you just attack that full on, head on, and you just go at it and just forget about it, and just it's all that mental block that you have. If you get past that mental block, then you know, that'll help the team in tremendous ways. But you gotta do it. That's what we've been trying to work on this year, is just pushing past the hard. You know, getting to that hard stage and doing more hard stuff to kind of break you, because that's what's going to happen in the game. Adversity is going to happen in the game, and if you can bounce back from that adversity and not let that shake you, then you know, you're going to be good.
You got to have a high pain tolerance to be a football player.
Yeah, you're sacrificing your body, you're putting your body on the line, even in practice too.
Playing hurt too.
Yeah, playing hurt. You know, but yeah, it's a part of the game. So it's all a mindset, mentality thing.
Mindset of an Aztec warrior.
Seriously.
Sir. Just anytime you see a negative comment, just, you know, envision whoever that person is. They're probably, you know, got a beer in one hand and
Cheeto
popping
dust
some.
on their,
exactly.
on the other finger, you know.
Exactly.
On the other hand.
Then you can laugh it off and
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
why-
realize,
that's why-
this is the source of
That's what I'm
whatever.
saying. So that's why it really doesn't affect me too much, you know, because I just envision that exactly what you were saying. So, you know, I don't really pay attention to all that stuff.
Or you just envision them as the quarterback in the next game.
Oh yeah, true.
Take
That
them
too.
out.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, that too.
Envision the, yeah.
Yeah, who's the funniest guy on the team? Who would you say is
My
the funniest?
personal, so me and Tano have different people who we think
Sense
are
of humor.
funniest. My personal funniest guy on the team is Bryce Phillips. He's the funniest guy to me.
Okay.
Is he a prankster?
Not so much a prankster, it's just the little stuff that he be doing just makes me laugh.
Talk trash.
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time.
Biggest trash talker on the team?
That's Chris Johnson.
Chris? Yeah, okay.
Not even close. Not even close. Chris Johnson, 100%. But yeah, Bryce up there. Josiah makes me laugh. JoJo, he's funny. X, Xavier Hamlet, makes me laugh too. Brady Anderson up there. So we got a lot of funny.
Brady, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a funny guy. Funny guy.
All right.
Yeah. I love our team. I love our team.
Who is the most interesting person you've met as a result of playing football? Like, just in the circles of playing football, who's the most interesting person that maybe you've met?
That's a great question. Probably when I was playing flag football, the commissioner of the league, Greg Williams, he runs like NFL Flag San Diego and stuff like that. He's a great guy, and we've always kept in contact. He's the one that's given me the opportunity to be at these camps, like the Justin Jefferson camps, the Tony Jefferson camps. He's giving me those opportunities. He reaches out to me to see if I would like to do that, and of course, I'm gonna be there for him because he was there for me when I was playing. He was a big instrumental piece in my life, for sure, to allow me the chance to give back to the community. So I feel like that was one of the best people I've met for sure. Just that's been a big part of my journey.
Very cool. Okay. We asked Tano this. Any embarrassing moments out there on the field for you?
Embarrassing.
The most embarrassing moment out there on the field? Not really. No throwing up or anything like that before a game. No nerves.
But I guess a funny moment was I think we were all on the sideline, like the whole defense was on the sideline, and then they panned to the jumbotron, and then like a group of my friends was wearing my shirt in the student section, like doing some crazy moves and stuff like that, and everybody was just laughing on the sideline. They're like, "Trey, you know him?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my homie." So that was just a little funny moment.
Speaking of shirts, you got that 47 on there, but that's not anymore, right?
Yeah.
You went back to the high school number?
Deuce, number 2. Yes, sir. So I want to go back to, where it all started in high school. Can't forget 47, but, just trying to make things different a little bit. New chapter.
Was 2 the number that you wanted when you came to state? But
yeah,
it was who was wearing it at the time?
Keyshawn Banks.
Okay,
he was wearing 2, and then it just gave me 47, and I was obviously, you got to earn your number, so I was just rocking with it as much as I could. Didn't get the opportunity to change it last year, and finally got the opportunity to change it this year. So
I put in our article, you got to make people remember who you are all over again. They're looking for 47. I got to see number 2. I don't think they're going to have a problem with that, though.
That's fine. I'll do it all over again. So I'm excited for that.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to you doing all over again this season, Trey. Sure. Excited for you personally and for the team collectively, man.
Sure.
We'll be out there watching. I don't know what road games. I know for official, I'm making the Hawaii game. I'm making that one.
Yeah, for
making
sure.
that
That's
one.
always a good game. Always a good game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll be at the NIU game.
NIU.
Okay. I'm going to have to try and make that one as well. We'll see.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys' support. Everything you guys do for San Diego State. We appreciate that. And just the love that you show the players. It means a lot. Thank you for having me and Tano on. It means the world.
I just want to express how happy we are that you guys came back.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
We're really excited for you and for all of Aztec Nation that you guys came back. And I'll be honest, it's been kind of tough with the fans because with this whole free transfer and the NIL and, under, Rocky Long, we were used to seeing the same guys for 4 or 5, 6 years.
Rocky.
And and you get to know the players, and then you see all these new faces and their transfers, and it's just tough. You don't have that connection with them, and so to have you guys around and to get to know you guys over course of years, and it's just great to it's good for fans. It's good for the connection, and we're just so thrilled that you guys didn't jump ship, and you're Aztecs. The
grass ain't always greener on the other side. So, love it here and wouldn't want it any other way.
Dude, I love this helmet. I wish we would go back to those one day.
You like that, really?
Yeah, that's from my childhood right there.
You like those better than the Aztec calendar?
No. But as a throwback?
Oh yeah, it's throwback. Yeah,
that's my
That would be
favorite
nice.
throwback.
yeah.
That writing style is like.
Look at that face mask, dude.
I mean,
A lot of broken noses, man, with those face masks.
I don't know. How'd you think? You think it went well?
I thought it was good. I mean, I won't really know until we actually watch it. He's kind of a soft-spoken Trey, a little bit.
I was worried maybe the mic wasn't picking it up that strong, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's just very
He's very
chill,
very
chill, relaxed.
until he gets on the field, man.
Yeah, he's the videos is cool to watch him because he's locked in, energy, emotion, like it's all out there on the field, which is cool.
I mean, like when we were at Cal. Or very early in the game, we're all excited. We've been
defense
having
was
a good time, and then
defense was hitting
right off the bat, he set the tone by hitting that. I thought he knocked the quarterback out of the game. He hit him so hard. He hit him so hard, and I just remember for a little while thinking like we're gonna, we got a great shot to win this game. Obviously, it didn't turn out that way. I mean, we had so much inexperience on the offensive end and a lot of penalties and stuff like that, but then he really set the tone with that hit, and that was kind of, to me, that was kind of like his breakout game. Where he started, stacking up those sacks.
those games. It was like stacking up games one after another, where he's just putting together multiple.
And it was
sack
before
games.
he really was a household name,
Yeah.
And so then he talked to double teams and things like that came later. Ball control offense, But
I mean, I get a lot of people telling me, look out for such and such, look out for such and such, But Trey last year was unbelievable.
Whoever
he did it.
made that decision to move him from linebacker to put his hand on the ground on the edge, that was a brilliant decision. I mean,
it was changing the scheme, right? They might have changed the scheme, because of that. I don't know if that was what they were familiar coaching on the staff before, but Coach Schmidt, right before he went back to North Dakota.
But to my knowledge, he'd never played edge before, right? Like he was.
I thought he played it in high school.
Did he?
I think he played it in high school, but I could be wrong. Okay. I think he did play it in high school though, because he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Big dude. You got to have him on the
I think he was
line.
recruited as a linebacker, but obviously outside linebackers, some of them, will play on the edge as well.
Well, his measurables, I mean, he's only 6'2", right? Only 6'2", 245, 250, right? Something like that. Like only. That's kind of linebacker size. That's not necessarily.
Yeah, but you got to have
defensive
strength
line.
to be able to when you're going up against an offensive tackle, to be able to get the leverage to get either bull rush them or go around them. He's got the quickness too. So definitely, he's got all the intangibles that you need to be a great defensive end. And I wonder if he'll gain weight like over next couple of years or so as he gets ready for the NFL.
Always. Always, it just never ends.